Welcome to Trendy Spotlight. As you can tell by the title of today's video, today we are going to be talking about why Ellen and Dr. Phil hate each other. But before we get into today's action-packed video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel with post notifications on so you never miss the latest uploads. Ellen Lee DeGeneres is an American comedian, television host, actress, writer and producer. She starred in the sitcom Ellen from 1994 to 1998 and was hosted by her syndicate TV talk show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, since 2003. To this day, The Ellen DeGeneres Show was one of the most successful shows of its kind of all time. She was best known for her television show and known for her quirky observational humor. DeGeneres was estimated to be worth $330 million according to Forbes. She was also the first woman in 2018 to get a $20 million stand-up special for Netflix. A fellow leading show side by side was Dr. Phil. Philip Calvin McGraw, also known as Dr. Phil, is an American television personality, author, and the host of the television show Dr. Phil. He ceased renewing his license to practice psychological therapy in 2006. Since September 2008, Dr. Phil has been broadcasted in HD TV with a revamped look and a new theme written and performed by McGraw's son, Jordan. The executive producers are Phil McGraw, also known as Dr. Phil, and showrunner Oprah Winfrey. It is a production of Petoskey Productions and distributed by CBS Television Distribution. But what happens when you put two legendary and worldwide actors side by side? Believe it or not, Dr. Phil doesn't actually have a good history with Ellen DeGeneres, and here's why. Now, starting with Ellen DeGeneres, her wit went over audiences. After multiple comedy stand-ups and not making a name for herself, she finally had the opportunity in the Ellen DeGeneres Show, named after herself. Apart from the stand-up comedy, this was also the case for Dr. Phil. It was unusual at the time of its release in 1994, as at the time Ellen DeGeneres was one of the only talk shows who was open about their sexuality. But why does Dr. Phil hate Ellen DeGeneres? He is aware of some of the rumours of the show and has actually met DeGeneres, and rumours circulate that she is nowhere near as nice as she is on screen. The initial aim for the Ellen DeGeneres Show was when it first went on air, it was meant to be a place of fun. However, towards the end, this was no longer the case at all. However, over the past year, the cracks were beginning to spread, as Ellen DeGeneres was starting to reveal her true colours in a very uncomfortable interview. This was reflecting on the fact that the show was portraying her to be a completely different person online as she was in person. Months later, even guests and a lot of the workers on the show even claimed how terrible it was to work alongside Ellen DeGeneres. Many celebrities were also defending Ellen DeGeneres and nobody really knew where to put themselves. Other ex-DeGeneres employees went to the record itself to complain about Ellen DeGeneres. Some of the activities behind the scenes involved sexual harassment from the producers, and overall the show was starting to build a pretty bad reputation for itself alongside Ellen DeGeneres, who was also getting a very bad reputation. DeGeneres even wrote an apology to the complaints and allegations, confirming that they were true. Now, everyone who watches the Dr. Phil show will know that he's a very kind person who does anything to fight for justice. In almost every episode of the Dr. Phil show, he is standing up against those who mistreat others. Due to specifications of Dr. Phil's reasoning, it is obvious that Dr. Phil hates Ellen DeGeneres and her show. He hasn't publicly spoken about Ellen DeGeneres yet, but we assume that he will do very soon. Be sure to comment down below what you think of the whole situation and speculation, guys. Is Ellen DeGeneres innocent, or is Dr. Phil correct? As evidenced by his show, Dr. Phil is extremely against violent behaviour, and the sexual harassment in the production offices of the Ellen DeGeneres Show would not run. Dr. Phil is extremely against people like this, and Ellen DeGeneres is the perfect and prime example of someone Dr. Phil has portrayed that he dislikes. Comment down below what you think about the whole situation, guys. Is Ellen DeGeneres innocent, or is she not? Dr. Phil is more than clearly correct, but these allegations might not be true about Ellen DeGeneres. However, that's highly unlikely, guys. On top of this, Dr. Phil has definitely seen worse, because he has dealt with some pretty extreme cases, something you never get on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. However, you could argue that the shows are in completely different niches, both for entertainment. One solves issues, the other one interviews celebrities. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. Be sure to comment down below your opinions on the whole situation, and as always, do not forget to subscribe to the channel with post notifications on.